Hello, listen, I got you reaction video. I tell you this. I haven't done this in a while, if you can tell by the title. This is a top 14 Kenshin Studios animation projects. If you wondering, wait, top 14? Aren't there like 13 projects from them? I'm also including the April Fool's project. I'm not including any projects that were scrapped or put on the table. I'm not including any of the. I'm only including animations that are actually out there on the channel. I'm not including like trailers from Gabba's Bad Day because I think the project pretty much on the shelf or completely gone, or you don't know. And I won't be including the new projects, Godzilla something, the new project created by Sean, because that's not out yet, and probably won't be out till, I believe. But they said on their live stream, the community meeting, by 5 years from now. So it might be a minute before we actually see that. So, But as of now, I'm only talking about the 14 projects that are out right now. So starting with number 14, the April Fools. I'm going to point one thing out. I do not hate any of these projects. I love them all. They're all pretty good. But I think number 14 at the lowest. You might be surprised. It's not a like Ultraman Extra or anything. I think it's let's hope the FBI. Let's hope the Kenshin Studios doesn't watch this video. But water problems. Oh, did I say that out loud? Okay, fine. Because of water apocalypse. Yep, at the very bottom. Okay, not to discredit anybody, I do love this film, but you can clearly tell it's video game footage. Like, it's clearly video game footage. I ain't gonna lie. It's basically video game footage. It's video game footage. It's kind of neat that they try to put in a story in there with the voiceover of Chris. I believe Nico. I'm not sure. Chris and his that's awkward, but that's fiance. And it's kind of neat that they put that in there. But let's face it, it's not really good. It's kind of there. It does have a special place because it was. Well, it didn't get me into Kenshin Studios down and goes to Space Godzilla, but it is there. I don't got much thoughts on it. It's just there. I do love that they brought that scrap. They brought one of the scrap concepts, and they brought Varen in it. Okay, it's not much of a story besides Godzilla wants to destroy the world. Guardian monsters apparently the Guardian monsters want to attack Godzilla. And there's also Varen, who's P.S. not a Guardian monster. Bit of a continuity in Return of Space Godzilla. He's not a Guardian monster. It's very confusing. It's really confusing because not much happens. We do get a couple of voice dialogue. Apparently, Shobi didn't exist in this universe, and Shobijin visits. Apparently, this is connected to the Heisei era. If we go by the beginning opening, also it's canon to 1954. And the Heisei era. This is very confusing. So many continuity issues with this first one. But it's what's to set up. That's to come. Which we'll get to Return of Space when we get there. But coming at number 13, I believe. Yeah, 13. We have a Kenshin Chaos project, the April Fool's special. technically not an animation. I just wanted to put this on here because it's just an April's Fool special. Not much to go off, just an April Fool special. So, but it is pretty funny. I won't deny. Redman and Kujia. And they get me. It's like, oh, cool, new. It did kind of get me when I saw it. I was like, oh, cool. They're going to do Redman versus Kujia. And then it's going to be Scott. And it's just turns out to be a full special. I was kind of hoping they would do, they would actually do, I'm hoping in the future, like in a future season of Kenshin Chaos, like way down the line, they actually do bring back Redman and have him actually fight Kujia. Just a little bit odd. Because fun fact, there are all a couple April Fool's animations out there that were actually just planned to be April Fool's specials, just planned to be released on April Fool's, and they turn out to be true. They come to fruition, and anyway. So I am kind of hoping they do a Kujira versus Redman thing for future Kenshin Chaos season, but I don't think that's gonna happen. But that's coming out. Number 12 is this is gonna be hard. Oh boy, now this is when it starts to get very hard to choose from these episodes. Because with the first two, World Apocalypse was just basic, and the special was a Sable Fools. Now it's getting very hard. I'm probably going to go about enjoyability on these. So it pains me to say it, but I think the weakest episode in the season of Kenshin Chaos, not bad in any way. None of these episodes were bad. None of them. Is okay, I'm just gonna say it. I was gonna say Super Godzilla, but I do kind of like that episode a little bit. So I'm gonna go with Kujira versus Ultraman, Kenshin Chaos, episode 5. I'm not gonna lie. Should probably turn this off. I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty. It's cool to tell that this is just Ultraman Ultimo loving the heck out of Ultraman because it's in his name. You can really tell that this is just a love letter to Ultraman. And okay, fun fact. Initially reacted to this on Twitter way back then. My legit reaction was, oh shit, is Kujiro gonna rip off his color timer? That was my legit reaction back when it came out, when I did that reaction late at night. I'm not joking. That was my legit reaction. Also, that was legit my reaction to that. Did not happen. Did not happen whatsoever. No clue. It didn't happen. Yeah, that was my legit reaction. It's like, and then seeing Kujiro go up, it was like, like, don't get me wrong, it does have its moments. Like, the funny moments do. I'm not gonna lie, I'll guilty pleasure in mine. Just mostly so I can. Yeah, it all kind of funny. In my opinion, they all really funny, in my opinion. But let's face it, it's not. It's something. And due to the fact that Kujiro doesn't even land any hits on Ultraman, I believe he only really lands like 2 hits. 1 to kill freaking Ultraman, sort of, and 2 to which you even count that, like, he only does it at the very end. He barely does anything. Like, all he does is do an advanced version of that nuclear pulsing from the last episode. Literally an advanced version. You can literally tell it's an advanced version because you do see the sky light up, and it kind of looks a little bit different from when the last time we used it, which was kind of interesting. But there's nothing Ultraman because Ultraman is a fan of Ultraman. I'm not gonna lie, this is probably... Yeah, I will agree with Godzilla that this is probably my least favorite episode in the season. Yeah, because you can clearly tell it's a love letter to Ultraman. You can clearly tell it is, which kind of ruins the episode a little bit. But, whatever. With that out of the way, let's get to the next one, which I believe is... Now, this is when I start to get a lot of hate. What I mean by that... I'm going to get short with this hate. The amount of hate I'm about to get will blow your minds. Please don't come after me. Godzilla versus Super Godzilla. At number 11. Yep, I put it on the low end. Well, looks like time to delete the channel, cancel, run away. Just run away before everybody stops coming after me. Stop pulling up their pitchforks, starts coming after me, and probably was the biggest supporter in Kenshin Studios. But, okay, hear me out. I'm not gonna lie, the only reason why I don't like this episode is, for one, you have Baggin survive. In the last episode, he didn't die. He did not die. And then you have Godzilla and Super Godzilla. And what do you do with that setup? You kill Baggin and have Godzilla. And you thought his butt got handed to him by freaking Baggin? Yeah. Nah. Super Godzilla barely wipes the freaking floor with Godzilla. Like, Godzilla doesn't do nothing to Super Godzilla. Like, what the heck? Now, Baggin, I can understand because he's the final boss, I guess. But wouldn't you at least expect them to have Baggin fight Super Godzilla, or Kuja versus Baggin versus Super Godzilla? Like, wouldn't you at least expect them to have like a 3-way battle? That would have been very interesting to see. But nope, they kill Baggin. And I wish Kuja put up more of a fight in this. It's not really much of a fight. It's just Super Godzilla beating the heck out of Kuja. Like, literally, Kuja barely does nothing in this fight. He literally does nothing. Does absolutely nothing. Okay. So, how in the heck do you go from... Could you at least have Kuja fight Super Godzilla a little bit more? Like, seriously? Like, what the heck? You could have had this guy fight a little bit. Heck, even with Baggin, he put up more of a fight. That's no joke. He put up more of a fight with Baggin than he did with Super Godzilla. Like... Ugh. Oh my god. This episode is... I'm not gonna lie. It does have its moments. And for an 11-minute episode, I feel like the fight should have lasted a little bit more. On God, I'm not joking. I feel like it should have lasted a little bit more. Because I believe the fight only lasts, 3 minutes out of 11-minute episode. Most of the time, epilogue and the credits, but and the beginning opening, I feel like the fight should have lasted just a tiny bit more. But that's a nitpick, and it's and it does have the brothers who I can't remember the names. I believe it's Kinotama. I know one of them is Kinotama, the other is Kinotama. I don't know what they said. I'm just gonna call the red guy Vaikusu, the blue guy Bob, and the green guy Godzen. That's what I'm calling them because those names are way too hard to pronounce. Vaikusu, the red brother, Bob, and Bob. That's what I'm gonna call the guy. Now I'm Bob. I'm just gonna call the blue guy Bob and green guy Gold, Gita. Okay, I can come up with better names for these guys. Like, also, for people who don't know what Vaikusu is, that was the original name for like one of the brothers. I'm not sure if that many people remember that. Vaikusu was, I believe, the name of the red one. But for some reason, Nico decided to change it. I don't know why. He didn't really. I'm not sure why he changed from Vaikusu to, I believe, Kirotama. I'm not sure why he changed it to Vaikusu. Changed the name from Vaikusu to Kirotama for the red guy. I'm not sure. And also, Nico, could you come up with easier names to pronounce? Mikujo is already hard enough to pronounce, but couldn't you come up with easier names to pronounce? Those names are hard to pronounce and hard to remember. Like, those names are really hard to remember. Yeah. I'm just gonna get my own names for these guys. I'm not calling any official names because those names are way too hard to pronounce. Yeah, anyway, but I do love the brothers in this episode. Despite the names being hard to pronounce, I do love the brothers. They're very interesting. It's kind of neat that one of them uses fire and the green one uses earth, and the blue one, I believe, uses water. I'm not sure. He kind of just teleports in there. I'm not sure if he just put the water in the air, just teleports in there. I don't know. Beats me. No clue. No freaking clue what happens. On God, don't know. I do not know. No clue. Not sure if it's just pure luck, but he just teleports. But I do love the brothers, and the Africa scene is pretty interesting, even though the season ends on a cliffhanger. It ends on a cliffhanger. And they did say Kenshin Chaos Season 2 won't happen for a while. So that cliffhanger will be left unanswered for a very, 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 very long time. Unless a new Kenshin project is teasing something with Fuji. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, that's it. That's my number 11. Now we're in the top 10. We're in the lower half of the top 10, and coming next is... Okay, Episode 7, Godzilla vs. King Kong. Yep, Godzilla vs. King Kong. I put that one above Super Godzilla. I don't see any hate coming from me from that. Not from anybody. I don't see any hate. Not one so bit. I can already hear Godzilla Vita coming after me. Yeah. Oh boy. We're having this special for it's like, wait, what? You have the King Kong episode 1 Super Godzilla episode. Just because I put this above it, mostly we do for the finale in that film. The reason why I put the finale in number 11 because it didn't feel like a finale. It did not feel like a finale. Episode 7 just I love this episode. I'm gonna say all these projects are not bad. None of them are bad, but Genshin Chaos, but King Kong episode is pretty interesting, and I do love this version of Kujo, of well, at least the ultimate version of Kujo, despite he does have his moments, and he does show a lot of emotions. More emotions than episodes 1 to 4 Kujo. Sue me. But this one is a little bit cheesy, and okay, this is a lot cheesy. I think the reason why Ultimo just made this episode cheesy was basically just to appeal to the Kong fans. Also, fun fact, they were originally going to use if you go from, I remember like some behind the scenes, they were originally going to use the Toho King Kong. I'm not kidding. They originally were going to use the Toho King Kong. Imagine how well that would turn out. Like, how well that would turn out with fans. They were originally going to use the Toho King Kong for this episode. I believe Asuso was going to do it. I believe Asuso Productions was originally going to do this episode, but due to a broken hand, I'm pretty sure he's fits by now, but he originally wasn't going to do this episode, and then it got scrapped and got into Ultimo's hands. And yeah. Oh, and what they did, they put the because GVK Kong. And I don't mind him. They got the ads. Kong barely does anything with the ads when he chops off his hand. That's about it. He barely does anything with the ads. He loses the ads. And then you already know what I'm going to say. You already know what I'm about to say right here. He goes Super Saiyan. Okay, don't someone say in the comments, oh no, he's not going Super Saiyan. He's just using electricity. No, he is legit going Super Saiyan. I don't care what anybody says. You can make any argument you want. The fact that they literally use sound effects. They legit use sound effects for the from Dragon Ball. They legit use sound effects from Dragon Ball. I'm not joking. The fact that King Kong goes Super Saiyan just annoys the hell. And it comes right out of nowhere. I'm pretty sure GVK Kong doesn't have no electricity powers. When did he ever have electricity powers? When can he ever go Super Saiyan? Don't you say, oh no, that's not him going Super Saiyan. It's legit him going Super Saiyan. Like, seriously. It's what they didn't even reference Frieza punching Goku in the face and Kong just looking at Kujira and punches him in the stomach and blows him away. That's legit the same thing that happens when Frieza punches. I haven't even watched that episode, and I already know that reference it. Like, serious. Mostly because I watch a clip online. But come on, you couldn't. I understand this is like a love letter to freaking. I know that I'm not sure why Khan just goes Super Saiyan. I think it's just to appease Nico and Quiz. I'm mostly Nico, but I don't know about Quiz. I'm not even sure if he's watching like that. But like, come on. Come on. Oh. Ugh. Him going Super Saiyan. Wait. I did not like Khan going Super Saiyan this episode. That's what drags it down. That's like the most dumbest thing I've ever seen. Him going super. Why does he go Super Saiyan? Why in the living heck does he go Super Saiyan? I know though, like a lot of people say, "Oh, it's not him going Super Saiyan." No, it's him going Super. Forget it. Just forget it. This episode is. It's just. Moving on. Okay, now we're getting to. I believe it. Okay. And that's okay. Now these episodes now get very hard to sort. Oh boy. I'm probably going to put the Turn Space Godzilla over here. At number 9. Yeah. I know. At number 9, at the very low end. At the very, very low end of the tier of this. Yeah. Don't ask why. Mostly because I'm not gonna lie, because the animation, I think it has to do with the. I don't mind this one so much. It's a lot better than World Apocalypse, but and you do tell that they put more, that they had more of a, well, not really budget. I don't think there was a budget for this one. Well, there wasn't a budget for this one, but there was no. They had a lot of voice actors. Also, by the way, if you better get the Kenshin breakdown team in the next film. You better come. We will find a way. Okay, anyway, let's just say Return to Space Godzilla it's alright. I do like that we got a more powerful version of Space Godzilla, and apparently Space Godzilla is somehow on an island, and apparently this takes place in the basic continuity, because apparently this is Steve Martin Jr. and it makes no sense how it's Steve Martin Jr. Like how? Also, this hits place in the Heisei continuity. There were a lot of continuity errors because didn't Godzilla like die in that one, and there's no indication. There's no indication that this is Godzilla Jr. That the Godzilla we see is Godzilla Jr. from the Heisei era, and the trilogy. And didn't in the last one they said there was a Godzilla Sword? So what? This is very confusing. So apparently this is the Heisei Godzilla, but Heisei Godzilla didn't. So the Heisei Godzilla didn't die in that one. So there are a lot of continuity errors with this. So what? So what? Which movies happened in the Heisei era? Did apparently Mothra had to happen because Mothra's there, and well, okay, apparently. So maybe Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2 didn't happen either because Mechagodzilla 2, like Mechagodzilla 2 also appears in Godzilla Hybrid. So what movies did take place in the Heisei era? Like I'm assuming Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah happened because we got Hybrid Mecha King Ghidorah. I'm assuming that takes place in the Heisei era. I'm pretty sure like at least 2 of these movies don't take place in this timeline of the Kenshin trilogy. I'm assuming I think it's just I believe the only two movies that don't take place in the continuity are Godzilla and Godzilla. And Godzilla's basically just Godzilla's Godzilla and Godzilla's Destroyer. I'm assuming those are the only two movies that don't take place in this continuity. But it's really confusing on how actually no, that can't be true because this is very confusing. I don't know. Maybe the only movies that actually do take place in this continuity are G54, Godzilla 1984, Godzilla vs. Biollante, Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah, and Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla. And Battle for Earth, Godzilla vs. Mafia, Battle for Earth, Godzilla vs. Godzilla 2, and Godzilla vs. Destroyer don't take place in its continuity, which is very confusing. Like, I'm assuming it doesn't because Mafia also hatches in World Apocalypse. This just makes very confusing questions. Like, wait, how does this? I think the fact that this movie legit confirms that this takes place in the Heisei continuity makes it really confusing. Like, wait, how does that work? Like, didn't Godzilla die? Okay, despite the continuity errors, I do love this film. It's pretty interesting. And the fact that they actually got big time Godzilla YouTubers. Got Dago Doom, Wow from ETN. I don't know who plays Sweet Bone Jr. No clue. I have no clue who plays him. No clue. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I think it's because of benefits or something. I don't know. I don't know who plays him. No clue. Those sake, we will never know. But I really do enjoy this one. It's pretty interesting. Oh God, I ain't gonna lie. It's the reason why it's on the low end is because it is one of the first animations, and this 2015 animation did not. It's still good. It does have its hiccups a little bit. Like the fight scenes don't really last that long. They're very brief. Don't even, with the exception of the final battle and the military fight scene, those are the only two that actually last pretty long. Yep, I do like Demon Slayer, as you can tell. I got two posters right there. I have reviewed it. Also did some reaction videos to the freaking show. Not the show, I mean music to the songs. So yes, I do like Demon Slayer. Yeah. Anyway. Anyway, let's continue. I believe number. Okay, I believe number 8. I think number 8. Yeah, number 8 is okay. This book it's called because I think these 6 episodes are probably the best in the season. Oh boy. Ooh. Oh Jesus! Ugh, I do not think this would. So between episode 6, episode 4, episode 3, episode 2, episode 1, episode 8, and episode 9, these next ones are really hard to choose. Oh boy. Oh. Yeah. I think think I'm gonna have to go with yeah. All 8 of these episodes were really good. I don't know which one to choose. I'm gonna have to go with yeah, you know what? Just I'm gonna go with number 8, the first episode of Catch Chaos. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Don't ask. I don't know. It just feels like a beginning act of what's to come. It just feels like it's to set up the Kenshin Chaos season, just to set it up. Don't get me wrong, I do love this episode. It's pretty interesting. But compared to the other episodes of the season, with the exception of 5, 7, and 10, this is probably on the low end of the episodes. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It's probably on the low end of the episodes of Kenshin Chaos. But it isn't bad. Don't get me wrong. It's really entertaining. You can see by Sean is so great in his animations. Like, you can tell. This is very interesting. I'm not gonna lie. It's probably one of the better animations. Probably one of my favorites. But it does give a big question of where did this new Kujira come from? Legit, a big question of where does new Kujira come from? Like, we legit only see like a big portal in the sky, and lightning pop down, and boom, Kujira pops up. No explanation, just pops into existence. Unlike with the old Kujira, where he had the whole movie dedicated to him, he only pops up, and you only know what he's about to do, gets him out. And it's very controversial, but I don't think this Kujira has much of a personality. Besides that, he is a badass, is overpowered, and loves killing monsters in brutal ways. And he barely has a personality. I'm not lying. He barely has a personality. And before you say, wait, the old Kujira didn't have much of a personality. Yes, he did. He legit just toyed around with Godzilla and Mechagodzilla the entire time he was on screen. He had way much of a personality in After Hybrid. Like, and come on, he did the Kujira legit did the Last Jedi move. Like, come on, he legit did the Luke Skywalker move of brushing it off. Even though I'm pretty sure this Kujira that animation was done like in 2017, so technically, George Lucas, you better pay up. You better pay up. But anyway, yeah, ain't gonna lie. The old Kujira had way much. The Left Hybrid Kujira had way much of personality than Chaos Kujira from episode 1 to 4. This Kujira, yeah. And don't give me like, oh, what about when he snaps his neck in episode 1? I'll give you that. What about when he looks around? No, that's just him looking around. You tell me when a monster looks around and notices something that gives him a personality. No, it doesn't. It does not. This Kujira doesn't have much of a personality. Heck, I'm not kidding. The Nico, Sean, and Vinny, I believe in like a community meeting way back then, they said, I believe someone in the catch community said, if there's one thing you read about Kuchia, what would it be? And they said, not giving him a personality, not giving this new Kuchia a personality. From episode, yeah, that's no joke. They legit said that they did not give this Kuchia a personality. You think I'm joking? No, I'm not joking. They said that in the community. You can go find it in the Kitchen Studios vault. Go search for yourselves. They did say that. I'm pretty sure Chris said not giving him personality, and then they all agreed with him. I'm not kidding. No, I'm not joking. They just said that. Not giving this Kuja a personality. I'm pretty sure Ultimo heard that and was like, yeah, I'm gonna leave this guy's personality. I mean, come on, this Kuja does not have personality. And that's probably why I'm not a big fan of this Kuja. Of episodes 1 through 4 Kuja. Don't get me wrong, he is pretty BA, but I'm not to say I hate Kuja. I just love episodes 5 to 10 Kuja a little bit more than episodes 1 to 4 Kuja. Even though they're basically the same Kuja, just with different personalities. But yeah, this one really doesn't do it for me. It's like I said, it's basically just a startup to what's to come. Meh. Anyway, that's oh boy, these episodes now get hard. Now these are the hard ones. If you thought episode 7, picking episode 7, episode 5, episode 10, and 1 were hard. Ooh. Oh my god, these are hard. Oh boy. Ooh. Wee. Oh boy. This is way too hard. This is hard. I'm gonna have to go with episode Kuja at number 7, I believe. Yeah, number 7. Episode 3, Kuja versus Bylante. Don't get me wrong, this fight's pretty good. But, as you can tell, it is... Yeah. I don't know. It just didn't do it for me. It did not do it for me. It did not do it whatsoever. It did. Oh my god, my fucking allergies. It did not do it for me. It did not do it for me. I do love this episode. I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably overreacting a little bit. But these are the bad episodes. Yeah. If that's Sean once. It's pretty interesting. The portal idea was introduced, which will be in the rest of the season. Yep. This portal lasts 8 episodes. I don't have a problem with that, but I feel like it shouldn't have lasted that long. If that's the case, shouldn't the portal like ended? I feel like the portal shouldn't have lasted that long, and I feel like the portal shouldn't have been introduced that early. But it's pretty interesting to see what that portal was. Don't know what it is. Oh yeah, Bagan notices this, and that's about it. I don't know why Bagan wants interest in Kuja, and he can make these portals. Why didn't he just go to Kuja himself and and kill Kuja that easily? Was it just? I'm thinking way too hard on this, but the Biolante and Kuja fight is pretty interesting, and you can clearly tell it's a nod to Tremors when Biolante literally goes on the ground, and yeah. It's clearly a nod to Tremors. Ain't gonna lie. And probably one of the better episodes. And it's probably one of my favorites. It's definitely one of my favorites. But where would I put this? It's probably up there. Probably in like the lower half, not in the top 5 of the top 5 episodes of Kenshin Chaos. It's not. Yeah, it's compared to the other 5 episodes that come out. This it's okay. It's average. It's okay. It's not bad. Biolante does get a few hits, and it's pretty interesting. But it's nothing. It's pretty interesting. And it's a pretty nice send off to the last Kenshin Chaos episode that Sean Wood animates. And this was also Sean's last animation project for quite a while. Like, I think this episode came out like 3 years ago, 2 years ago. Jesus. So it's kind of interesting to see that Sean is returning to animation for his very last project. Yeah, right. I'm just joking. Sean. Yeah, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. He did say a lot of times that, I don't know, this might be his last project. He might be actually true on that. He did say a lot of times that Kenshin Chaos was going to be his last project. And it's even back then he did say Wrath of Hybrid was going to be his last project. That was going to be like one and done. But anyway, but I do believe in him on this one that this might be his last project and the new project that's coming out. But anyway, off topic because of what Spelante is. I do love this fight. It's pretty interesting. Kujo just, and it's kind of neat that it's in a forest in the city, and Biolante does put up a good fight. Cool. Second monster that she put up a decent fight with Kuja besides Kyu. And speaking of Kyu, wait, no, I want to put that at number 5. Fuck, these ones go hard. Oh, wait, no, what's on number 5? Episode 9, Kuja vs. Dagon of Catch Chaos. Yep. If you're wondering why this is on the low end of the episodes, it's if you're wondering like this is on the low end of the episodes, well, it is in the top 5, but wait, top 5 sets, I can't remember. And this is at number 6, I believe, on the Catch Chaos. And number 6 is this one. Yeah, number 6. I'm not getting confused with this number system. Anyway, this is Kudra vs. Bagan. Yeah, just saying it's not. It's a decent payoff episode, and yeah, a lot of stuff happens in this episode. And it's easily the most entertaining fight series. Pretty entertaining. Not as entertaining as Ultimate's best Cooch. Not as entertaining as episode 6, but still pretty entertaining. Even though Bagan does show off Bagan a lot, and Bagan has new abilities. Like he's fighting on and able to shoot like a big ball fight and blow off, and it's strong enough to blow off Kudra's tail. And this is a pretty interesting episode. It has this Bagan has new abilities. This is a new Bagan. Also, why couldn't they use the Bagan lore? I'm pretty sure he has an official lore. I know it's basically due to Ultimo saying that it looks that his voice sounds way too much like Kudra's voice. I'm assuming that's the reason. I don't know. But whatever. But that's nothing compared to the next episode. Oh yeah. Basically, this episode. Also, one thing. I'm going to point out the ending. I know people are going to hate me on it. That's basically After the Hybrid Godzilla. Face it. Let's just face facts. That's After the Hybrid Godzilla. That's on God. After the Hybrid Godzilla. They legit nod the Godzilla Jr. reference of him sending off fame. Just due to the fact that that's in there. It basically confirms that this is legit After the Hybrid Godzilla. That I know people are just saying, "Oh no, that's just an homage to because it was a short." No, it's legit them hinting at that this is After the Hybrid Godzilla. Because if you remember, that Godzilla was Godzilla Jr., and he did the same thing in that movie. Like this is legit After the Hybrid Godzilla. I'm not. It's clearly After the Hybrid Godzilla. He just went from a different design change. That's it. And Bagan does put up a good fight. And this one is pretty interesting. And whatever. Yeah. Meh. There's nothing compared to the next episode. Then we get into the best 4 episodes in the season. Between episode 6, episode 2, episode 4, and episode 8. And episode 8. Okay, these ones are really hard to choose on. But the Gigan. No, not Gigan. No. The Gigan. No. because that was his good. This is gonna be hard because of his back. Kujo versus Gagan. Kujo versus Gagan. Yeah. Boy. I just bust people with that. I'm like, wait, you put the methyl that episode at number 4? Get it? Episode 4, number 4. Get it? Get it? Okay, anyway. Yeah, I put this one at number 4. But, I don't know. Maybe it's because it took so long for this episode to go out. That's why it's at number 4. But I do love this episode. It's in the top 4 for the reason. Kenshin Chaos. And it's pretty good. It's one of the best episodes. It's so entertaining. It's so action-packed. You are having a joy throughout this whole episode. And I'm not going to deny the freaking soundtrack kicks ass. Oh, God, that soundtrack. That freaking soundtrack. It brings music. It brings so much. It's like like the soundtrack when Kujo just walks in with that awesome soundtrack. That is so cool. Oh my God, this episode is so amazing. It is one of the best episodes of anytime soon. It is so good. It is so goddamn good. But you're wondering, why is it number 4 not in the top 3? I don't know. These top 4 are pretty good. I've only sold them anyway. They're probably being in different spots every day. But I don't know. I don't know why. I think the only reason why I put it at number 4 is because it feels too much like a movie. Too much like a movie. That's probably the only reason why I put it at number 4. But the fight is interesting. It's god damn. And the soundtrack. Oh my God. This is easily the best soundtrack that Vinny's ever done. That's no joke. It's the best soundtrack Vinny's ever done. The best god dang soundtrack Vinny's ever done. And I love this episode of that. It's so goddamn good. It's so amazing. It is action-packed. It is one of the best goddamn episodes. But not in top 3. And with that said, what's at number 3 then? Between these 3 episodes, oh boy. Episode 6, episode 8, and episode 2. Episode 2. Yeah, episode 2. Probably that. The second most popular video on the channel, episode 2. Yeah, at number 4. At the top 4, I believe. The top 4 animation projects. We get into the top 4 animation projects. And yeah, I ain't gonna lie, this is probably the better episodes. Really good, really interesting. Well, I'm not gonna lie, it's probably the best episode of the Kenshin, of the Sean ones, mostly because of how action-packed and how interesting this fight was. I'm pretty sure Sean listens to the comments of the last episode saying the fight wasn't that interesting. Because let's face it, there were people saying that the fight wasn't that interesting in episode 1. I do remember reading the comments of that. People were saying that. So Sean responded and made the fight very interesting. Yeah. It was interesting as hell. And one of the most entertaining fights. It's so good. It's magnificent. It's a smell of pie. It's a pizza pie on a pizza. It's the best fight so far. And even though Kuja doesn't show any personality, at least he does some cool stuff with the monster. With Key and Destroyer. He wipes the floor with Destroyer. Destroyer barely does anything in this episode. Kyu puts up most of the fight. And you can tell Kyu does have pits up. Does get a couple hits on Kuja. Barely. He does move fast Kuja, knocks him on his feet, and hits him, but that's about it. And then Kuja gets cut in half by Destroyer. And we get the best death in Kuja has ever done. One of the best deaths. Very interesting death. The Kuja, where he literally possesses Kurochira and does it say possess Kuja? I mean, Kuja possesses Destroyer and blows into Sky Heaven. Yep. Does that. Yep. He blows into Sky Heaven. And oh boy, it's. Ooh. Ooh. Thumbs up. And Kyu. Kyu. Why? Why Kyu? Kyu. Mekaji. Poor Kyu. And the thing, he only had 2 days left of retirement. Anyway, yeah, this is a pretty good episode, but I ain't gonna lie, he doesn't have that much personality in this episode. You can clearly tell he does not have that much personality. But Anyway, with that said, what's in the top 2? What are the 2 best episodes in this entire season? What are the 2 best episodes in this entire season? Oh boy. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe, daddy had a donkey died, I cried, I picked a tiger by its toe. I put who do I pick between this? Who is the best episode? And number 3 in the top 11, top 14 projects that is on. It's Kenshin Chaos episode 6. Yeah, episode 6. Because that was not Kuja versus Gamma. Ain't gonna lie, when I did my thoughts on for the Kenshin breakdown, I was like, oof. Yeah, that was pretty good. This episode, it was probably ultimate, like with Sean did with episode 1 and episode 2 of reading the comments. He ultimately probably read the comments and probably made it very entertaining. He made it very entertaining. He made it very, very entertaining. Made it one of the best goddamn apps. His best episode so far. This is on God. My God. You can see, well, it's a very even fight. Kuja, if people say, no, Kuja has been fighting against Gamma. No, I'm pretty sure it's a very even fight. Granted, Kuja does lose his arm for the first time. But if people are okay with him getting cut in half by the destroyer, I'm pretty sure I'm okay with him losing his arm. But I love this episode of Death. It's one of the best. It's pretty good. It's pretty decent. It's best. One of the better episodes. But what am I saying? All these episodes are good. There's no episode in the season that is totally bad. There is absolutely no episode in its entire season that's totally bad, exception of a couple. Not very. I love all these episodes and Catch Chaos. The only reason why I picked this is this is pretty good. This is a pretty good episode. It's pretty interesting. Why is it not number one? I don't know. Probably the soundtrack. Not even the soundtrack. I don't even think it's soundtrack. I don't know why this is not number one. Honestly, the God is going to be number one any day. But I think the only reason why the Nets is obviously episode 8 is at number one is mostly due to the fact that I'm going to be a bit biased on this. It has my boy Fanakoji. Yep. That's probably the only reason why this episode, that Kenshin Chaos episode 8, the finale part 1 of Kuja vs. Godzilla, is at number 1 of Kenshin Chaos episodes. Not the best project from Kenshin Studios. That obviously goes with After Hybrid, but this one is easily my favorite episode so far. Is so goddamn good. It's like having a cup of tea and sipping it down. It's so good. I don't know why I made that analogy, but it is so goddamn good. God dang, this episode's good. It is magnificent. It is amazing. Absolutely fantastic. One of the best episodes. Ain't gonna lie. Probably the best episode so far. Easily. It's a pretty even fight. We even get a Kuji laugh for the very first time. It's like, and you can tell that this is easily. And it's a pretty even fight, I'm not gonna lie. It's a pretty even fight. And it's amazing. Just add it back. It's good. I love it. It's the best episode in the season. I'm going to get a lot of hate for that. People are going to say, why? No, episode 4 is the best episode. Nah, I choose this episode. With that said, what's at number 1? Okay, you already know the answer to that. Rapid Hybrid. Come on. It's Rapid Hybrid. Let's face it, Rapid Hybrid is probably the best episode in the entire season. Rapid freaking Hybrid. What's not to say about what's already been said about this? The only thing I don't like about Rapid Hybrid is legit. It is legit the after credits of them taking out the During Grade, the final song from it. That's legit the only thing I don't like about this. But everything else, I love everything else about this film. I'm not gonna lie. It's one of the best fan projects out there. This is easily the best fan project out there. It's better than Godzilla Battle Royale. It's better than Godzilla Apex. It's better than any fan project out there. I don't care. It's the best fan project that you can tell. It's just fun. It's so good. And if this was like the final Kenshin Studios project they ever done, I think they would have ended on a high note because it was like movie level. It was no joke. It was like movie level. Like it had so much effort put into this. It's so action packed, and even when the monsters are not on screen, it's still entertaining. It's easily one of the best fan projects out there. It's my favorite episode. It's my favorite Kenshin Studios project. What has not been said about this before? It is one of the best. Will go down in history. It's the best Kenshin Studios fan project out there, and it's easily the best. It's easily the best because of a fan project out there, and introduce Kuju. Yep, this is, and the fact that they also build up Kujira to be this big threat is pretty interesting. And this is the and Kujira. And speaking of Kujira, this is his first appearance, and he completely wipes the floor with his enemies. Yeah, this is easy the best. It's there's a reason why it's 70K views. Heck, even when it was on Goji Fan's channel, I'm pretty sure before he put it on Kenshin Studios that it was legit at like I believe like 130K views before. Yeah, I'm not kidding. I think it was like 130K views. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to go. I'm pretty sure someone's gonna have to find one of the Wayback things or the Wayback apps to see how many views it's had on the Goji Fan channel. I'm not sure if Bazix, but basically, I'm not kidding. This legit had 100K views. Let's face it, it had more views than the actual Kenshin Studios channel right now. I'm not joking. It legit had more views on the more views than the actual Kenshin Studios channel. It's easy when it's the most received. It's the best. It's amazing. What's not to say about this that's already been said before? It's the best fan project out there. Best. It's one of the best. The best Kenshin Studios project out there. Oh, that's it. That's my top 14 Kenshin Studios animation projects. Also, if you're wondering when the Catching Chaos breakdown is going to happen, all the lines are done for the projects. It's all done. All the lines are done. It's just in the editing stage right now. We will hopefully have that Catching Down project out by late August, I believe. Around late August. Hopefully for the Kenshin, we'll hopefully have it around when the Kenshin Studios turns 10 years old. Hopefully. If there's any delays, it's mostly due to Neil's being back in college again. So it's mostly due to that. So he will either probably have to wait until like winter break. Hopefully that doesn't happen. He finishes by the summer. But the Catch Breakdown will most likely be done by summer. If there's any delays, it's mostly because Niels is in college right now. That's probably why. If there's any delays, me, Gazavita, or Niels will let you know about the Catch Breakdown project. We'll let you know. If there's like any delays, mostly Gazavita, let you know. We'll let you know about the Kenshin Chaos Breakdown project. Gazavita will probably let you know. He'll let you know if there's like any delays with it. Anyway, this is Nagoji sign off. And remember, Stay big, Kenshin fans. See you next one. Bye bye.